Hi guys! Isang maulan, makulimlim na gabi sa inyong lahat. Kamusta kayo? A long time no see sa ating Facebook Live, no? Medyo matagal-tagal simula nung nag-live tayo here. But it's nice to see everybody. It's nice to be here in this platform since marami tayong pwedeng makasama using Facebook. No? So, magandang araw everyone. First of all, congratulations sa inyong lahat. Give yourself a round of applause. Hindi mo pa-gets kung bakit bakit kita pinapalakpakan, di ba? So, if you're watching this, you're probably a future social worker, no? Marami kang pinagdaanan, your academic degree, yan, yung field instruction, yung case study natin, the immersion, reports, most of you, I mean everybody, I think, was able to have research naman no, in their subjects. So yeah, after those sleepless nights, ngayon, naghahanda ka na to become a registered social worker. But before anything else, gusto ko lang malaman muna kung saan kayo nanonood ngayon. Please type your school and province sa chat box. Gusto kong makita kung gaano kalawak yung audience natin ngayong gabi. Sige nga, pakita nga ako ng ating mga future social workers from the East, from the West, from Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, and feeling ko meron din from abroad dyan. Ayan. Good evening po. Happy watching. Ayan, heart. Sige nga guys, where are you now? Asan ka ngayon? What's your school and what's your province? Ayan, from dalubhasaan ng lungsod ng Lucena, Quezon Province. Hello, Kimi. Ayan, from Marawi City po, sir. Ayan, hello po. Ibrahim, watching from Marawi City. Ayan, si Ira naman, hi sir, good evening, RSWQT. Ayan, watching from Valencia, Bukidnon. Marvs, hi. From Mindanao, Basilan, Raida, and City. Ayan, napakarami. Ayan, General Santos. Ang dami nating watchers today. No? Mostly from the Mindanao province. Ay, province tuloy. Mindanao area. No? I like that. Medyo malaki-laki yung range natin. So nakakatuwa na iba't ibang schools at iba't ibang lugar ang kasama natin ngayon. Maraming salamat. Syempre dahil you allotted time for this webinar. And welcome, by the way, sa ating webinar entitled Career Preparation for Future Social Workers. My name is AM, no, short for Andre Manalo. So, make it, ano lang, just to make it brief. No? Ako yung makakasama nyo for this session and ang goal natin is simple lang. No, post muna tayo for reviewing para sa board exam. Alam nyo naman na yun na yung palagi natin ginagawa. No? So marami nang gumagawa niyan. Very recently lang na we had our case work episode kanina. So gusto ko ngayong gawin natin is ihanda kayo sa susunod na kabanata sa inyong life ang pagiging isang professional social worker. Kasi alam niyo naman, napansin ko bilang lecturer din in practicing social worker, maraming graduates ang sobrang prepared para sa board exam. No? Alam naman natin yan. Pero pagkatapos nilang pumasa, maraming nagtatanong, so anong next? Even in TikTok, every time I have live, no, yun yung usual na tinatanong sa atin. No, anong susunod? Paano gumawa ng resume? So, saan ka maghanap ng work? No? Ano yung isasagot sa interview? Yan yung mga common questions. Ano yung PDS? Ano yung curriculum vitae? Ano yung resume? And meron pa guys na sometimes may person na magtatanong, Sir, natatakot akong magtrabaho. No? So, kung isa ka sa mga nakakaramdam niyan, gusto ko lang sabihin sa iyo na it's normal. Lahat naman dumadaan diyan, even I experienced that. Kaya ngayong webinar, gusto kong maalis kahit konting kabanyo. By the end of the session, gusto natin mangyari is hindi lang tayo maging excited na pumasa for the exam. Gusto ko rin maging excited kayo to start your career. No? And syempre, para mas masaya yung webinar natin, there are exciting prizes na ipapamigay. So, hindi ko muna sasabihin kung ano yon. Yeah, kaya huwag kayong aalis guys, no? Stay until the end, makinig ng mabuti. And dahil isa kayo, possible na manalo. No? So, ready na ba kayo? Kung ready na, type ready sa chat box. Ayan. Watching kong holo, sulu. Ayan, watching from Taguig City. Ayan. Kung ready na kayo guys, please type ready sa ating chat box. Yan, ready? Yan. Gusto ko yan. That's the fighting spirit. Yan, ready na. Yan, mukhang ready na kayo guys, no? So without further ado, let's begin your journey toward becoming not only a future registered social worker, but an employable, kailangan. No, we are competent and we are ethical professional. Ayan. Career preparation for social workers presented by yours truly. Ayan. But before, no, kasi sabi ko naman sa inyo, those people who was successful in registering, may word ba na registering? No, paki-correct nga ako. Successful to register sa ating webinar ay nakasali. No? Sila ay mapalad na nakasali sa ating Wheel of Names. No? So those of you na mabubunot no, sa ating Wheel of Names will receive 50 pesos GCash. No? So, 50 pesos GCash ang marireceive nyo. So parang excited na ako kasi malaki-laki. No? Malaki-laki. Sige guys, so I will present the spinning wheel natin and then kung kayo ay nabunot, no, please reach out to me para mo-send ko sa inyo through your GCash number. Ayan. No, nakikita na ba guys sa screen? Oh, yan sana all kasi kayo hindi kayo nag-register eh. Sabi ko naman sa inyo, yeah, there is gonna be prizes. So yeah, let's start with our first winner. No, shuffle natin baka sabihin niyo nadadaya ako. Okay. Sige. First to receive 50 pesos GCash. Ayan. Farsali Haji Malik Makabato. Ayan. So, please reach out to me no, through this Facebook. Ayan, 50 million. Oh, congratulations for winning. Ayan. So, I think pwede pa tayo isa pa. No? Sige. So, isa pang winner. Guys, please reach out to me ha. Pero kung if ever naman, hanapin ko kayo if ever man. Sige. Isa pa. Ayan. Si Janida Malaco Hamiel. No, ayan. Congratulations for winning 50 million pesos. No. Okay. So that's it for now no sa ating Wheel of Names. Ayan. Proceeding with our first idea no. Ito yung but before no I would like to introduce myself pala. My name is Andre. I'm a registered social worker and affiliated ako currently sa Department of Social Welfare and Development, Field Office 3. So aside from being a practicing social worker, I try my best no to teach as a board exam lecturer and isa rin sa mga bagay na pinaka na-enjoy ko is gawin or magbahagi ng mga experiences for the future social workers katulad ninyo. Pero gusto ko lang sabihin na hindi tayo nagsimula rito, no? Hindi siya parang walk in the park. No? We had our shared struggles, no? Katulad nyo, I started as a student, no? Kinakabahan din ako with the board exam, kinabahan for the first job interview. And hanggang ngayon naman, actually hindi naman nawawala yung kaba, may mga pagkakataon na you have to explain presentation or training for everybody. No? So nandun pa rin 'yon. Kaya wag nating isipin na yung confidence born, no? Confidence is not born, it is developed through your experiences. So isa rin ako sa taong maraming natutunan sa failures, mistakes. And syempre no, marami ako natutunan with my supervisors na nagturo sa akin. And still no, I'm also looking forward for the mistakes kasi with the mistakes yun lang man talaga yung makakapagturo sa atin. And gusto ko ipasa sa inyo yung mga lessons na to with syempre researches para hindi nyo na kailangan matutunan lahat via trial and error. So hindi lamang to magiging lecture, I want to be your mentor as well sa loob ng approximately less than 2 hours. So feel free to send questions, no, and share your experiences as well. Ayan. So with this, no, can you check the diagram na naka-present sa screen natin? No, tignan nyo yung diagram natin. It's very simple, no, as we see it. Now, first, student, yan, graduate, work passer, job applicant, new professional, and career growth. But I would like to say to you, no, na napakalalim ng meaning ng flowchart na yan. So maraming students na iniisip na yung destination lang nila is the board exam. There are even people na hindi siya nagtitake or hindi sila nagtitake ng boards, di ba? Well, due to various reasons. Pero yung totoo, the board exam is only one milestone. Hindi lang siya yung finish line. Actually, siya yung starting line natin. So kapag pumasa ka, doon mo lang talagang magsisimula or doon talaga magsisimula yung professional journey mo. And bawat stage na nakikita nyo rito ay may kanya-kanyang challenges. As students, challenges natin yung academics. No? As graduate, challenge natin yung uncertainty. Kumbaga, I know most of you dito, kakagraduate lang no, ng social work course. Huh? So there's challenge in employment. Kapag employed ka naman, challenge sa yung competence. And kapag ikaw tumagal na sa yung profession, challenge naman on how would you be a leader and how would you continue learning, di ba? So kaya wag nating i-pressure ang ating sarili. Hindi kailangan alam yung lahat. No one starts as an expert, ika nga. So lahat tayo nagsisimula bilang beginner. I remember when I was starting, no, there are reports ilang beses kong nire-revise, no. There are interviews na parang kulang na lang kainin ka ng lupa. No? There are other moments na nagtatanong ako sa aking supervisor, even the simplest things. No? And you know what? It's normal. No? Hindi ka mahina when you ask questions. Actually, mas delikado yung taong hindi nagtatanong kasi hindi niya alam yung ginagawa niya. And as future social workers, we have to embrace lifelong learning. No, hindi naman matatapos ang lahat sa graduation. Hindi rin naman matatapos yung pag-aaral sa board exam. And in fact, mas marami tayong natututunan sa first year in working kesa sa ilang subjects natin in college. No? Because, tandaan nyo guys, real clients teach real lessons. Ayan. So, quick question lang guys sa ating mga participants with our Facebook Live, no? Just one word sa ating chat box. Ano yung pinaka-inaabangan nyo pagkatapos yung pumasa sa board exam? I said na pagkatapos pumasa because it's not a matter of it's gonna happen, no? It's just a matter of when, no? Kailan ba siya mangyayari? So, sample lang siguro, job, no? Yung trabaho natin, yung salary, no? Baka meron sa inyo, breadwinner, no? Kailangan magtrabaho para kumita and then makatulong sa pamilya. So experience, helping people, promotion maybe, no? Let's see, tingnan natin sa chat box. No, sa inyo guys kung anong nilook forward nyo. Just one word. And sana pagkatapos, by the way, ng webinar na to, mas maging malinaw sa inyo yung direction na gusto nyo tahakin. Let's see all your answers. Sige. Ayan, just one word guys, no? Ano ba yung one word you think you are looking forward after mong pumasa, no, sa board exam? Yan, stable job, no? Great, no? Maganda yun. Yun naman ang gusto natin. In this economy, ika nga, Diyos ko. Ang hirap na walang trabaho in the competition nowadays. Sige guys, just keep them coming and share this live as well. Hi, Miss Queenie. How are you? Okay, so let's see na lang siguro yung mga comments nyo mamaya konti. No? So alam na natin no, yung kabuong journey mo as a social worker, ito yung pagdadaanan natin. No? And let's see, no, paano ba tayo magiging employable? Pag-usapan natin yan sa susunod nating mga areas for this day. Ayan, building your employability. Isa ito sa pinaka-importanting part ng webinar na to, guys. Kasi gusto kong tandaan nyo yung isang sentence na being licensed does not automatically mean na magiging employable ka. Gusto ko tandaan niyo yun na so that hindi kayo magiging entitled na parang you want to say na, okay, may license ako, I could do everything. No? So, hindi lang enough yung lisensya natin. No? Magiging advantage siya if you have a license, of course. Pero tandaan natin, when we apply in the SWD, in the hospital setting, in LGUs, yan, sa NGOs, most of the applicants are also licensed social workers. So ngayon, tatanungin mo sa sarili mo, what will be your edge? Let's talk about what employers really looking for. No? Ano bang hinahanap ng mga employers natin? So first and foremost, syempre, they're not expecting us no, na maging expert tayo. Okay. May tanong na agad dito. Papakita natin. Is it true na board exam passer alone cannot get you a job? I mean, a lot of friends na pumasa na sa RSW, kailangan daw may mga na-attendan ka ng mga seminars bago ka mag-apply. We will be discussing that mamaya. So, that's a great question by the way. Okay. So, since fresh graduates pa lang kayo, gusto natin makita how would you understand the foundations ng social work. No? So, halimbawa, kapag tinanong kayo, paano mo ina-assess ang needs ng isang pamilya, hindi naman natin hinahanap no, in the interview yung memorized definition. No? Mas gusto nila ng mga employers natin, how would you process the question? No? Ano bang line of thought na iniisip mo? No? How would you reach the answers na they're not technically expecting na galing sa book? No? So, pangalawa, communication or communication skills. In social work, communication is everything. We conduct interview, we conduct counseling, we conduct documentation, we have case conferences. No? We also have court testimonies. In CO or the community organizing, kailangan talagang very vocal ka no, in the community. And lahat ito ginagamitan natin ng communication. Kaya habang estudyante pa lang kayo, no, meron dyan student, sanayin na natin yung sarili natin na magsalita ng clear. Hindi lang basta magsasalita ka, no? It has to be clear, it has to be easy to understand. And kailangan maayos din tayo magsulat. So third naman, yan, professionalism. Professionalism starts before your first day of work. No? Paano ba tayo sumagot sa emails? How would you handle clients, no? Even other people around you? So minsan nagtatanong yung human resource kung paano kayo kumilos habang naghihintay. No? Yung professionalism kasi is how you treat everyone, no? Not only the interviewer. Ayan, ethics ito. Alam natin to. Ang ethics natin, as social workers, our profession is built on trust. No? Clients natin, they share their deepest problems with us. Kaya kung di tayo marunong to protect their confidentiality, how can they trust us? No? Employers also know this. Kaya usually yung tanong is geared towards how would you handle confidential information. Ayan, teamwork. Sa DSWD ako, coming from our agency, bihira lang magtrabaho na mag-isa. No? So kailangan we coordinate with other people, we coordinate with the stakeholders, we coordinate with the local government units, psychologists, lawyers, yan, yung mga barangay officials, teachers, community leaders. Kaya mahalagang marunong tayong makisama. No? And panghuli, of course, problem solving. No? Hindi lahat ng kaso ay pare-pareho. Hindi lahat ng pamilya natin is pare-parehas ng pangangailangan. Kaya nga, we have principle ng individualization, di ba? So, minsan walang textbook definition or answer. So, kailangan natin na magaling tayong mag-analyze and gumawa ng ethical decisions. And now, let's talk to other opportunities na pwede sa atin. Marami dito students, na iniisip mo, if you're a student, DSWD lang ba yung pwede kong pasukan? The answer is, syempre, absolutely not. Hindi lang naman DSWD yung pwede natin pasukan as social workers. No? Napakalawak ng profession natin. No? Ayan, aside from the government agencies, yan, yung DOH, BGMP, yan, Bucor, DepEd, yan, iba't ibang LGUs. Pwede rin tayo sa NGOs, of course, no, as an NGO social worker. In the hospitals, yan, yung iba, sa inyo, I'm sure, gusto maging medical social workers. No? So, pwede rin sa schools. Ayan. And meron din tayong international organizations. And of course, pwede rin sa corporate setting. No? Even private practice, counseling, and consultancy. The beauty of social work is hindi lang tayo limited sa isang career path. You can always reinvent yourself throughout your career. And syempre, isa yan sa pinakamagandang bagay sa profession natin. Pero kahit gaano karaming opportunities na naghihintay sa atin, may isang bagay na kailangan siguro na buuin natin before we apply to these kinds of jobs. No? Of course, your professional brand. Because remember, people will form an impression before you even meet them. No? So kailangan, we have professional brand. No? Paano mo gagawin yan? No? So ngayon, alam na natin ano ba hinahanap ng employers. Yung question natin ngayon is, paano mo ba ipapakita na ikaw yung tamang tao for that work, no? For that position. Ang sagot natin dyan, of course, tinatawag nating professional brand. So marami ang nag-iisip na yung branding is para lang sa influencers. Pero sa totoo lang, everybody, no? Tayong lahat, kailangan may branding tayo. No? So impression yun, no? Sa resume mo, sa email address, if you have a LinkedIn profile, yan, sa Facebook profile mo, yan, even the way you talk, no? Even the way you answer emails, your professional image, no, starts now. No? So we have to build your experience. So unahin natin, ayan, siguro meron sa inyo magsasalita or magtatanong, no? Sir, wala pa po akong experience. So yung question ko to you, going back, no, talaga bang wala? Kasi remember, tayo as social workers, meron tayong field instruction. No? So meaning, you have experience. No? Meron nung tayong gumawa ng case study report, that's experience. Community organizing, that's also experience. And handling group activities, experience din yan. No? Those are leadership experience. If meron kang volunteer experience as well, yan, maganda na yun. So for networking naman, networking doesn't mean you're using people, no? Kasi yun usually yung iniisip natin. So when we network, we want to build genuine professional relationships. So halimbawa, no, tayo, nung nag-aaral tayo, yung dating field instructor natin, no, even our professors, our agency supervisors, yan, yung classmates natin, or yung mga tao na na-invite natin as a resource person, di ba? So, one day sila rin yung maaari magsabi sa inyo na kung saan yung opening, di ba? Di ba minsan may mga professors tayo or dati nating workmates na magsasabi sa atin na, uy, magpasa ka na resume. And actually, napakaliit lang ng social work community natin in the Philippines. And eventually, magkikita-kita rin tayo. Ayan, professional email. Ito guys, no, pag-usapan natin yung email address natin. Please guys, ngayon, I want to prepare you kung gagawa kayo ng professional email. Please use your real email. No? So, halimbawa, yan, Juan de la Cruz, rsw@gmail.com. Yan. So, simple, professional, easy to remember. Kasi meron sa atin, baka may email sa inyo ng cutieboy143@gmail.com o kaya boss mo pagmahal at gmail.com. Ayan yung please. So, kung ganyan yung mga email nyo ngayon, gumawa na kayo ng bago. Kasi tandaan nyo, hindi lang naman kayo nakakakita niyan. Makikita yan ng lahat ng tao. Ayan. Ayan, meron tayo dito LinkedIn profile. Sino ba yung may LinkedIn profile dyan? Taas nyo naman yung kamay nyo. So kung wala, okay lang naman. So pagkatapos ng webinar na to, if you want to create your own LinkedIn, maganda siya. No? Because LinkedIn is the Facebook ng mga professionals. Sa LinkedIn, doon tayo makakahanap ng recruiters, yan, job opportunities, professional connections, and trainings. Minsan, dito rin tayo pwede mag-message ng employers. Yan. And social media, pag-usapan natin yan. So, hindi ibig sabihin na sa social media, di ba, nasabi ko kanina na we have to maintain professional branding. Hindi naman ibig sabihin nun, bawal ka na mag-enjoy. Hindi naman ibig sabihin nun, bawal ka mag-post or bawal ka magbakasyon, no? Mag-thirst trap ka and then mag-post ka ng mga beach photo. So, pero isipin natin lagi, no? What will happen if yung future employer mo will visit your profile? Kaya nga iba sa atin may dump account, di ba? So, yan ba yung unang makikita nila? Are you professional? Is it responsible, di ba? So remember guys, as social workers, public trust matters. No? So kaya maging responsible tayo on our digital footprint. Hindi ko alam kung malinis ba yung digital footprint ko. Maybe I will check that one after this. No? So gusto kong pag-isipan nyo mabuti kung i-google nyo yung pangalan nyo. Kung i-google nyo yung pangalan nyo, ano kayong lalabas? No? Is it something na you would be proud of? No? Or if not, maybe today is the best day to improve your professional image. So ngayon, may professional image ka na, ano ba yung susunod na tanong? So before we prepare to apply, ano bang documents yung ipapasa natin? That's our next topic. But before we do that, we have to first differentiate these types of documents. Yan, resume versus CV or curriculum vitae versus personal data sheet. Isa ito sa pinakamadalas na matanggap kong tanong actually. No? So, ano bang difference ng resume, no? Yung curriculum vitae and PDS. And minsan may mga applicants na nagsasubmit ng maling document. No, sayang opportunity, 'di ba? Na-experience ko 'yun, guys. No, okay naman yung qualification, no, pasok naman, no, sa standards pero mali yung documents na napasa ko. So, yan, nga. Oh, hindi tayo nakakuha. Kaya linawin natin. So una, ayan, resume, ito yung pinaka-common na ginagamit. It's usually 1 to 2 pages. Hindi mo ilalagay lahat na nangyari sa buhay mo. No? Only the experience is relevant to the position. So imagine natin, a resume is like a movie trailer. No? Hindi niya dapat i-capture yung buong film. No? Pinapakita lang natin yung highlights and yung purpose. No? Ayan. Ang purpose natin for resume is makakuha ka ng interview, which is your next step, di ba? For CV naman or curriculum vitae, mas mahaba siya, no? Mas detailed and walang page limit. For curriculum vitae, it's about research, it's about the publications, no, yung presentations po, the seminars that you've immerse yourself, yung mga awards na nakuha mo, your academic achievements, yan. Usually ginagamit ito kapag academe. Research institutions, universities, yan, graduate schools, and international organizations. And ito, panghuli, yung PDS. No? Ang PDS, guys, ito yung pinakamahalaga para sa gustong mag-apply sa government. For PDS, kapag government agency ina-applyan nyo, no, usually required yung CSC Form 212. No? Requirement ito. So kapag wala kang pinasang ganyan, automatic incomplete yung application mo. So that's the document wherein nandun yung personal information, yung eligibility mo, work history, and we use that to send applications. Ayan. So tip ko lang guys, no, read the job posting properly. Kapag hinihingi nila is resume ipasa mo. Kapag PDS yung hinihingi, PDS. Kung sakali man na curriculum vitae yung gusto nila, no, yun yung sisend mo. No? Kaya maraming applications or yung mga applicants natin hindi sumusunod sa instructions, ligwak agad. No? Ayan. So quick question guys, no? Sino yung gustong magtrabaho dito sa government? Ayan. No, type gov or gov, no? Sa mga gustong mag-apply dyan. And kapag private naman, no, send nyo nga guys sa chat box kung saang workplace nyo gustong mag-apply ng work. And mamaya pag-usapan natin kung saan tayo makakahanap ng mga hiring. Ayan, government. Ito si Julaika. That's great. Ano pa? Sino pa guys? And government din. Mga responsible individual to mga to. And government. Ayan. So ngayon, no, alam na natin kung ano yung tamang document. Paano naman gumawa? No? Ito yung magandang tanong eh. Paano ba gumawa ng resume or the PDS? Yan ang ating next agenda. Ayan, writing a strong resume. Alam naman natin kung gaano katagal tinitignan ng HR yung resume, di ba? So minsan, guys, no, ang resume tinitignan lang yan ng HR less than 10 seconds. Imagine that. Months mong ginawa, years mong pinagtrabahuan yung credentials mo, pero at the end of the day, ilang seconds lang, no? Kaya it's important na we have a first impression. Ayan. So, unang-una, tignan natin yung laman, personal information. O, simple lang, hindi na kailangan ilagay yung buong family history. O, for career objective, you have to be specific. Huwag kayong kumuha ng na generic na objective no sa internet. So halimbawa, your objective is to obtain a challenging position. No? Lahat ng resume may ganyan na. Instead, sabihin natin kung paano tayo makakatulong sa organization. So for education, yan, relevant experience, skills, trainings, awards, and references. Ito yung sample sections na pwede natin mailagay. No? So ito yung isa sa pinakamalaking pagkakamali ng iba, no? They are writing passively. Ano ba yung passive writing, guys? No? So halimbawa, um ilalagay natin, I was assigned, I helped, I participated. Those are passive writing. Instead of doing that, uh, we have to use strong action verbs. Yan, yung facilitated, coordinated, yan, conducted, developed, managed, yan, organized, implemented. Yan, those are words na immediately shows initiative. Ito pa, maganda to. Quantify. No? Quantifying, isa pang tip ito. No? We have to quantify our achievements. So instead of saying you conducted interviews, mas maganda na we conducted interviews with 35 households. No? For example lang. No? Ayan. So mas maganda na we quantify kung ano talaga yung ginawa natin. So tailoring every resume, wag gumamit ng iisang resume for all the job applications. Kasi minsan may mga infos na specifically dun lang nakatuon, no? So basahin natin yung job posting, ano ba yung hinahanap nila? No? Is it a community organizer? Is it a case manager? Yan, researcher, yan. Kasi kapag alam natin kung ano yung job posting and what is that specific job na kailangan, is ma-identify mo kung paano mo i-align yung experiences mo with that job, no? So hindi ibig sabihin nito magsisinungaling ka, no? Kasi lying syempre hindi maganda 'yon. You just have to emphasize sa resume mo kung paano ito makaka-align with your skills, with your experiences. No? So common mistakes sa resume, iba't ibang fonts, yan. I guess, no? Yung resume guys hindi siya pang like as creative as you can, no? Huwag gumamit ng rainbow colors, huwag maging masyadong graphics, no? So remember, you have to create it as clean as possible, readable, no? That's enough. Ayan. So maglagay tayo ng sample dito, no? This is Oxford, no? This is Oxford resume. Oh, ito yung sample na resume natin, no? Hindi ito perfect pero magandang guide siya. No? Ano ba yung mapapansin natin? Malinis siya, hindi magulo, may white spaces, no? Madaling buksan. Ayan. So makikita natin there is career objective na na-mention natin kanina, no? Yung name, syempre nandyan, the contact information, no? So, ang tip ko lang dito guys, kasi uh, napansin natin no dati na yung mga templates na ginagamit natin, 'di ba? Colorful, maraming pictures, maraming text na gano'n, no? As simple as you can, maganda na ma-incorporate natin lahat, no? Ayan, clear headings, makikita natin the education and awards, yan, yung relevant experiences, syempre from ano yan, from past to latest siya, no? So yung latest is nasa pinakaharapan. Hindi na kailangan hulaan kung saan makikita yung information kasi nandito na lahat, no? So pangatlo, chronological yung ating arrangement, yung pinaka-recent muna because this is the standard template, no? So pansinin niyo hindi lahat ng ginawa ng applicant ay isinama niya, no? Kung ano lang yung work, ano lang yung relevant experience, no? In chronological order and yung skills and interests. No? So hindi kailangan ilagay natin na halimbawa naging champion ka sa Mobile Legends tournament, no? Pero hindi ko alam if it's related to the job, no, I guess pwede. No, pero kung in social work baka hindi siya ganoon ka related, no? Unless e-sports nga yung in-applyan mo, no? So wag nating copying ito word for word, no? Just use it as your inspiration. Every resume should tell your own story. Yan. And again, no, you have to name it properly, no? Kasi yung mga ano natin, mga hiring committees natin, they want us to write our file name, no? Halimbawa, yan, Manalo Andre resume .pdf, no? Malaking impact yan as professionalism na rin, no? So next naman natin, ayan, ito, tapos na tayo with our resume. Ito yung isa sa pinakamahalagang document, lalo na no, nakita ko ang daming gustong mag-work, no? Ayan, government. Yes sir, PDS. Ayan, ito guys, may sample tayo dito, no? Ito yung personal data sheet natin. Pag-aaralan natin paano sagutin ito ng tama and paano natin may iwasan na magkamali na sometimes will cause disqualification ng ilang applicants, no? So this is personal data sheet CS form number 212 revised last year, no? 2025. No? Tingnan natin. So usually guys, no, ginagamit ang PDS sa pag-a-apply ng government position in DSWD, yung na-mention natin, DOH, BJMP, and LGUs. So kailangan maging familiar tayo sa PDS. And a complete and accurate PDS reflects your professionalism. Una-una guys, use the correct version, of course. O siguraduhin natin na ginagamit natin is the latest version ng CSE. Minsan kasi may lumang template na umiikot sa internet. And always download the form from the Civil Service Commission website. No, search nyo lang guys, CSC PDS. O lalabas naman yon. Ayan, read the instructions. No, ito, isa sa pinaka pagkakamali ng maraming applicants, no, hindi nila binabasa instructions. Alamin natin yung instructions kung ano yung i-fill up, no. So ano yung format ng dates, no? Ayan, tingnan natin. Ayan. Ang una kong nakikita dito, guys, syempre as I've mentioned, yan, do not abbreviate. No? Huwag tayong mag-abbreviate. You have to complete the information as possible, no? Ayan, kapag yung address mo, halimbawa, Barangay San Roque, kailangan isulat mo ng buo. No? Kapag yung street naman, yan, Mabini Street. Since standard government document ito, kailangan mas malinaw and mas madaling i-verify. O isa pa guys, no, although marami ito, I will just stick to the most important one, no? Never leave blank spaces. Ito, no, kapag wala kang isusulat, ano yung ilalagay mo? No? Syempre hindi dapat blank. Kapag hindi applicable sa'yo, you should write NA or N/A or not applicable. Never leave spaces blank. Kasi kapag may blank spaces, maaari isipin ng ating HR, hindi natin nasagutan ng maayos. Ayan. So yan, I will just screenshot nyo na lang to or I will send you a copy ng guide na to, no, para mas makita natin ng maayos. And for family background, tingnan natin yung family background kasi marami nagkakamali din dito. Siguraduhin nyo na tama yung spellings ng pangalan ng magulang, lagyan ng maiden name yung nanay. No? Bakit? Kasi possible na i-cross-match yan sa PSA birth certificate natin. So kaya kailangan tugma. No? Double check everything. Ayan. So yan lang naman, no? This, specify yan, elementary schools, ano yung tinapos mo, no? Ilan yung from what year to what year, no? Highest level of units earned mo, and then the year you graduated. Ayan, provide nyo lang ng yung information ng maayos as presented here, no, sa screen natin. Ayan. For the second page naman, ito, no, yung volunteer. Ayan, ito. Voluntary work or involvement in civic, non-government, people, voluntary organizations. Maraming fresh graduates nag-iisip na, yan, yung nasabi ko kanina, sir, wala po akong experience. Pero kapag tinitignan natin yung volunteer work and trainings, marami tayong pwedeng ilagay dyan. No? Yan, let's start with volunteer work. Halimbawa, nag-volunteer kayo for relief operations and community outreach, yung mga youth organizations na sinaluhan nyo or sinalihan nyo, no? Yung environmental activities sa Red Cross, yung mga organizations or any community service, pwede nyong ilagay dyan. Importante na kompleto yung details. Ayan, name of organization, yung dates, no, and the number of hours, and the position or the nature of work na ginawa mo, no? Ayan. So for learning and development naman or the LDI intervention / trainings and programs attended, isa to sa pinaka-favorite na tinitignan ng HR kasi pinapakita nito kung willing kang matuto. No? Halimbawa, ano ba yung trainings or webinars na nag-attend mo, no? About mental health, no? In social work, syempre, case management, yan, child protection, disaster response, mga researches, documentation, yan yung mga leadership skills, communication skills na natutunan mo is good, no? Basta may certificate ka, ilalagay natin yan. Hello po, it's Sprinkle Sprinkle. Okay, so that's for our um, LDI, no? And tip ko lang sa inyo guys, no? Ito kasi guys, ginawa ko whilst I'm studying, no? You have to organize your certificates. Check nyo na guys yung mga personal belongings nyo. Huwag nyo hahayaan na mawala yung mga certificates nyo. Kung i-certificate man yan, you have to create a folder. Pwede sa G Drive, pwede sa OneDrive. If you have external hard drives, pwede rin naman yung printed copies. You have to organize them by year. Since chronological nga yung paglalagay natin ng information sa ating PDS. Kaya kapag may hiring, ready ka na, no? Hindi ka na maghahanap kasi prepared ka na to send, no, your applications kasi hawak mo na yung mga certificates mo. No? For the training hours naman, kung yung certificate nagsasabi na 8 hours, so we have to count kung ilang oras yung training na ginawa mo. No? So, ilagay natin yan, huwag nating hulaan. For type of training, guys, meron dito technical, supervisory, and managerial. So, most fresh graduates, technical yung nilalagay nila. Kasi, guys, yung managerial and supervisory, usually, applicable lang yan for the leadership positions. So, yung may mga experiences na, no? Ayan, question ko lang sa inyo guys, sa ating mga 55,000 watchers, no? Ilang webinars na ba yung na-attendan nyo ever since first year college? No? Can you send that sa ating chat box? No? 20? Yan, 30? Baka may 5 dyan, no? Yan. Napakarami kasi ng opportunities ngayon na matuto online. Everything is in the internet, no? Kaya you have to take advantage of them. Ayan. Next naman tayo, this is the civil service eligibility and work experience. Isa to sa pinakamaraming tanong ng mga future social workers. Yan, sir, pag pumasa po ba ako ng board exam, need ko ba ng mag-civil service? Yan. Sir, pwede po ba dyan yung OJT? May certificate po ba kayo? Ano bang certificate yung na-provide sa inyo? Ayan. So, ang magtanong guys, no, ito, good question. Kapag may board exam, pumasa ka na ng social work, need po ba bang mag-civil service? Ang sagot, hindi po ate. No? Hindi ka na need mag-civil service. No? Kasi bilang isang registered social worker, covered na tayo no, nung Republic Act 1080, no? Nagbibigay sa atin yan ng civil service eligibility. So, lahat naman ng may board, yung may license na courses, no? Yan. Sir, ano po minimin mo na certificate? Pwede po ba yung like like seminar? Yes. No? Ayan, pwede yan. Of course. Yan. Explaining the law, no? Kapag pumasa tayo sa social workers licensure examination, automatic, no, na meron ka ng professional eligibility, di ba? Amazing. Ang ganda, no? So, ibig sabihin, hindi na natin need kumuha ng civil service exam para mag-apply sa anumang government positions. Ano ba yung sinusulat natin dito? Ilalagay natin yung batas, no, RA 1080, social worker, in caps. Kasama yan yung date, yung rating mo, yung license number, and lahat ng information na hinihingi, which is yung place of examination. Ayan. These indicate your eligibilities. Ayan. For this one. O pag marami, ayan. And work experiences naman, ito. No? Ito yung madalas kinakabahala ng mga fresh grads natin. Sir, wala po akong trabaho. No? Okay lang yan. Lahat naman tayo nagsisimula dyan. No? Kung wala ka pa talagang employment, wala muna tayong ilalagay. Pero kapag mayroon naman kayong experience, I know some of you nag-work na, no? Nag-work na on organizations and institutions. So, kung meron na, lagyan na natin and always start with the most recent. Yan. So guys, no, remember na wag mag-abbreviate. Isulat natin ang buong agency. With this Example, Department of Education, hindi siya DepEd. Isulat natin ng buo. Department of Social Welfare and Development. Yan. Oh. So pag MS yan, no, yung full name, MSWDO or the Municipal Social Welfare and Development Office. Yeah. Ito, status of employment. May gusto lang din akong linawin, no, marami kasing nalilito rito. Kapag job order or contract of service ka sa government, may ilalagay mo pa rin yan sa experience mo as sa PDS mo. Pero with this column, pag tinatanong kung may government service, since kung JO ka or contract of service, naka-no yan, no? So for our fresh graduates, huwag natin isipin na dehado tayo, no? Kasi every experienced social worker started with zero work experience. No? Ang pinagkaiba lang, guys, no, nag-apply sila and nilakasan nila yung loob nila. No? So ngayon, no, nasa last part na tayo ng PDS. Hopefully, malinong sa inyo, no? Of course, meron ditong signature and date. Dapat consistent yan. So for our last part ng PDS natin, which is the background questions, references, and notarizations. Yan. Basahin natin ng mabuti, wag nating hulaan. Wag din tayo magsisinungaling, guys, no? Sa mga questions na ito, you have to be answering them as transparent as possible, no? Meron kasing tinatanong dito kung you've been charged. Wag naman sana, no? Wag naman sana na you've been charged with admin cases, criminal cases, yan. Pending investigations, no? So kapag yes ang sagot, may kailangan details na kailangan ilagay, no? So always remember, be truthful, and remember nyo na honesty is one of the foundations ng ating professions. For references, ito, no? Pag-usapan natin yung references. Ano bang pwedeng ilagay dyan? Jowa mo, no? Jowa mo, friend, no? Pinsan, kapatid. Wag. Wag yun yung ilagay nyo, guys, no? Choose people who can genuinely speak about your professionalism. Yun yung gusto kong i-highlight, guys, no? So, halimbawa, sino ba yung pwede nating ilagay sa ating references? Pwede yan. Yung field instructor, no? Yung college professor natin, pwede. Agency supervisor, internship coordinator, yung former employer natin. And siguraduhin nyo, guys, na before you input their information, tatanungin nyo muna sila kung okay sa kanila. No? So, halimbawa, ma'am, pwede po bang ilagay kayo as reference? Bilang respeto na rin, no? Kasi, kailangan, alam nila, para kapag tinawagan sila, no, they could, be prepared din and vouch for you, di ba? So for government ID, wag natin kalimutan yung government ID details natin. Ayan, the issued ID, the correct number, and the issuance or the place, no? And the signature as well. Ayan. No, wag natin pirmahan ng madali, no? Make sure consistent yung signature nyo sa lahat ng government documents. Ito, guys, no, yung picture should yan, as presented on screen, no, dapat neutral face, no? Based on CSC guidelines ito, guys, no. Neutral face, yan, may signature, full name, no, preferably for civil service photo, yan. And the thumb mark or the right thumb mark. Ito, guys, no, ang PDS, remember, kailangan notarize yan. The agencies are requiring us to notarize our PDS. No, meron din naman ng mga agencies na later stage pa nila pinapanotarize. Again, ito, isa to sa pagkakamali ko. I admit, isa ito sa pagkakamali ko one time I applied on a government position. Hindi ko napanotarize and I was not aware na kailangan siyang ipanotarize, no? So, nung sinend ko yung application ko, ayun, no, nga. Kasi na-disallow agad siya or natanggal agad ako sa pooling kasi walang notary. No? Always follow the instruction, guys, nung job posting natin. And yung final advice ko, guys, with PDS and resume, no, particularly PDS, no, kapag natapos nyong sagutin yung PDS, wag agad i-submit, no. It's better if we could allow people to check it, no. Baka kasi may typo, baka may kulang, baka may maling date. Always review the information. Ayan. So, alam na natin kung paano gumawa ng resume, ng PDS. Tingnan naman natin ano ba yung mistakes, no, na pwede nating or kailangan nating iwasan. No? Ayan, resume mistakes. Ayan, no. Unahin natin yung resume, syempre yung typographical and grammatical errors, no? Maling pangalan ng agency, maling pangalan ng position, wrong grammar, no? Tingnan natin kung always proofread, no? Kailangan i-check natin palagi from time to time, or yan, the overly decorative, no, yung na-mention natin kanina, even the objective. Irrelevant information, wag tayong maglagay ng autobiography sa ating resume. Hindi kailangan ng favorite color, blood type, no? Unless ni-require kayo, no, to put that. Always focus on the information on the position. Ayan, and professional design, no? Yung mga resume, naalala ko si Elle Woods, guys, no? Although parang hindi naman siya issue, no? Sa Legally Blonde, yung kanyang folder is, I think that's, resume niya is pink and scented. Parang maganda yun, no? Yan, yung unprofessional design, yung may stars, yan, may flowers, may graphics, iba't ibang fonts. No? Professionally na-applyan natin. So, kailangan simple, no? Because simple is elegant, di ba? Yan, generic objective, na-mention na natin yan. For PDS naman, yun nga, yung blank spaces, maling dates, missing signature, yung attachments natin, yung passport size picture, hindi compliant sa CSC, yung board rating, yan, yung certificate of employment natin, and yung training certificates, no? Always check talaga, no? So, yung gusto kong ibigay sa inyo na habit is, yun nga, always proofread, no? And check for errors. Ayan. Sino dito guys yung guilty na minsan nag-send ng document nang hindi mo na sinecheck? I think lahat naman tayo pinagdaanan yun. No? But yeah, moving forward, no? Ngayon naman handa na tayo with our application documents. Saan? No? So, ready na kayo? May resume na kayo? May PDS na kayo? Saan ba tayo pwedeng maghanap ng work? No? Ayan, where to look for social work jobs. No? So, unang-una, yan, CSC Job Portal. No? Dito, madalas nagpo-post ng maraming vacancies mula sa iba't ibang government agencies. Of course, hindi lang DSWD yan. Kasama yung na-mention natin, no? Yung provincial government, city government. Lahat naman kasi sila is required to submit the positions. Kaya dapat araw-araw mag-check tayo ng job postings. Ayan, for DSWD websites, ito no, yung mga online platforms ng mga DSWD per region, no, kung nasaan kayo, check niyo yan guys kasi they are posting jobs no, open for everybody, no. LGU websites as well, no, kapag nagpo-post sila sa kanilang official Facebook accounts. For NGOs naman, ito no, napakalawak. We have World Vision, yan, Philippine Red Cross, yan, Save the Children, Plan International, and Child Fund, Caritas, no? Marami tayong local NGOs. No, isa to sa advantage natin kasi when we try to, or when we immerse ourselves or apply to NGO, no, magkakaroon tayo ng exposure sa projects and communities. Ito guys, no, online job portals, yan, JobStreet, yan, Indeed Philippines, yan, pwede tayong mag-search dyan. Pero guys, no, if you're searching to these job portals, make sure na wag lang keyword yung ilagay natin, like social worker, no. Mag-try tayo ng ibang keywords like case manager, community development officer, yan, project development officer, yan, medical social worker, community facilitator. Kasi guys, tandaan nyo na yung social worker is maraming positions ng title na yon, no? So, mag-search kayo ng ibang job description or job positions. So, for networking naman, yan, members of PASWI, yan, professional networks natin, will be the Philippine Association for Social Workers, and LinkedIn and Facebook social work groups. No, mag-join kayo sa mga groups, no? Maraming trabaho na nalalaman natin dahil may nagsabi or may nakita tayo from the professional organizations. So, apply widely, send lang ng send ng application, customize your resume, and check postings regularly. So, kapag may nakita na tayong trabaho na shortlist na tayo, congratulations. No? Kasi magre-ready na tayo for our interview. This is our next part. Ayan. Pero before that interview, let's have our AM Lucky Spin again, no? Sa ating mga lucky winners na nag-register sa ating webinar. Tingnan natin. Ayan. Tingnan natin kung sino ang maswerteng lang, which will receive 50 pesos. Ayan. Alright. Ayan. Si Faida Adala. No? Please let me know. No? Mag-reach out ka sa akin para masend ko ang yung 50 million in cold cash. No? Okay. Isa pa. Okay. Sino ang maswerte? Alright. James Brian De La Cruz. No? Please chat us to claim your prize. Ayan. And before the interview, in preparation, syempre, it's to your greatest advantage. But congratulations, no? Kasi imaginein mo, um, nag-email sa yung HR and sabi niya, no, dear applicant, you're invited for an interview. Ano ba yung unang-unang mararamdaman natin? Yung excitement, no? Excited tayo, kinakabahan tayo, or both, no? Maybe. Pero tandaan natin, preparation reduces anxiety. No? Kapag handa ka, mas confident ka. No? First and foremost, guys, don't forget to research the organization. No? Kilalanin natin yung organization na ina-apply natin. Parang awa nyo na. No? Huwag kayong mag-a-apply sa trabaho na sarili mo lang yung dinala mo. No? Oh my God. No? So alamin natin ano yung mission nila, ano yung vision nila, ano ba yung programs na ino-offer nila, sino-sino yung mga clients. No? Kung DSWD ina-applyan mo, you have to know kung ano yung major programs. No? Kapag hospital naman, alamin mo kung ano yung services. Next naman, review the job description. Huwag tayong pumunta sa interview nang hindi natin alam kung ano yung position. Naku, kailangan basahin yun, no? Tanungin natin sa sarili natin, ano ba yung experiences na connected dito? Ano ba yung pwede kong makwento kung ika nga? No? Next naman, preparing documents. Magdala tayo ng hard copies, pero ngayon actually online na mostly yung application, no? Pero meron pa rin naman ng agencies na nagpapadala ng hard copies. Ano ba yon? Yung resume mo, yung board rating mo, certificates, yung government IDs, yan, yung PRC ID, mga agencies humihingi usually, no, kahit napasa na natin through online. Yan, practice answers. No? Huwag tayo mag-memorize ng buong sagot. Practice only the key points. No? Kapag memorize kasi yan, kapag may nakalimutan tayong word, nalilito na tayo. So, mas maganda na we could act naturally. Next, dress professionally. Ito, no, hindi kailangan mamahalin yung suot. Mahalaga, malinis, planchado, appropriate yung suot nyo, neat yung hair, malinis yung shoes, and you have simple accessories. Always dress to impress, pero not needed naman na masyadong mahal, di ba? No? So, yung socks lang na malinis, no? Ito, guys, huwag kalimutan, arrive early. Please, huwag tayong sakto dumating, no? You have to at least be 10 to 15 minutes early. Kapag maaga tayong dumating, may oras tayo to relax, may oras tayo na huminga, may oras tayo to read our notes, no? We have time to observe the environment. And my personal tip ko siguro, no? Noong first interview ko, I was early, no? And nung time na yon, I had time to understand the organization na ina-applyan ko. I was able to observe yung culture ng office. So doing that, nakakabawas siya ng ng kaba, no? And use that as your advantage. Ngayon, ano naman kaya yung tanong na sigurado maririnig natin sa interview, no? Punta tayo diyan. Ayan, ano ba yung mga frequently asked questions? Unang-una, tell me about yourself. Minsan sinasabi pa nila, tell me about yourself that is not on your resume. No? So yun, oh my God, di ba? Mapapataranta ka na lang. Iisipin mo, ano ba yung hindi ko pa nasulat, di ba? No? So with that, no, unang tanong yan sa maraming interviews. And isa rin to sa unang pagkakataon natin para makagawa ng magandang impression. Ito guys, yung gusto kong iwanan sa inyo when it comes with telling more about yourself. No, it's not about telling your life, no? Hindi kailangan malaman kung saan kayo pinanganak and everything, na mga trivial, no? You just have to focus on these three things, no? Unang-una, who are you professionally? No? Sino ka in your professional life? Ano ba yung experiences that prepared you and bakit ka nag apply sa ganung position? No? So halimbawa, no, good morning. My name is AM. No, I graduated BSSW, and during my field instruction, I was able to gain experience through case documentation, client interviews, yun, community organizing. I'm very passionate about helping vulnerable populations, and I'm excited to contribute sa organization to learn more about being a social worker. No? Diba? Was that clear? No, it was simple, it was professional, and direct. Ito, why should we hire you? O, isa pa to common question. Bakit nga ba? No? Kung pwede lang sagutin na maybe because you're hiring. Diba? You should hire me because you are hiring. Marami sumasagot na because I'm hardworking. Yun usually naririnig ko. Pero lahat naman ata ng applicants, ganun yung sagot, no? Instead, you have to focus or connect your strengths to the needs of the organization. So, halimbawa, ito, no, I'm speaking on a perspective na I'm fresh graduate and wala akong experiences anywhere. No? I have no experiences in other fields and social work. No? Siguro, I only can draw on the internship experience ko. No? Halimbawa, my internship strengthened my documentation skills and client engagement. No? I believe these experiences prepared me to contribute effectively while remaining open to supervision and continuous learning. 'Di ba? Mas specific, wala akong any type of experience pero nasagot ko siya. Ito guys, no? What are your strengths and weaknesses? Kapag tinatanong tayo ng weakness, ito guys, kapag tinatanong tayo ng weakness, huwag nating sabihin ng wala tayong weakness, no? Kasi lahat ng tao may weaknesses. Mas gusto ng ating employer is may self-awareness tayo. Paano yon? Halimbawa, sometimes I became overly focused on details, but I have been learning how to manage my time better and prioritize tasks. With that, I was able to present na may weakness ako, which is yun nga, overly focused ako on details, pero may ginagawa akong bagay to manage that, no? To manage my time better, to prioritize my tasks, no? Notice, no, may weakness tayo, pero may improvement. What are your career goals? No? Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Yan. Hindi naman kailangan sabihin natin na gusto natin maging regional director. I want to be an assistant regional director for operations. Di ba? With this, no, you have to be more realistic. No? You have to show commitment to learning. Halimbawa, I hope I will become a competent social worker who can handle more complex cases, and eventually I will be supervising younger professionals. No, after the interview, sasabihin, tatawagan ka na lang namin. Why not sabihin mo na ako na lang tatawag sa'yo? No? Para maiba lang. Just kidding. I think that's the common nila, no? But yeah, it's the reality eh. Ito na yung proseso talaga na pinagdadaanan natin. Ako guys, I know guys, no, I'm well aware of the fact na mahirap talaga mag-apply for positions, no, because our culture is different, no? Minsan di naiiwasan yung nepotism, ganyan, or palakasan system. In Filipino social work, pinag-aaralan natin siya, di ba? Pero one coworker said to me, and hindi ko siya makakalimutan, na sabi niya, no, out of all the applicants, there's always that 0.1 chance na ikaw yung makukuha despite those kinds of advantages na meron sila. No? So with that, I think that 1% is a form of hope, no, na kahit pa sabihin mo na external ka, may ibubuga. No? Hindi mawawala yung percentage na possible na ikaw yung makuha. No? There's always that possibility. No? And I think that's enough for us to risk. No? Kasi nga, ano ba naman mawawala sa'yo? I mean, yes, siguro napagod ka. Yes, nagastos ka. But that chance maybe hindi na siya magpe-present sa'yo. It's gonna be different. So, ito no, why social work? Para sa akin, actually, itong tanong na to always, no, even nung nag-aaral tayo, no, wala namang perfect answer dyan, but you have to speak from the heart. No? Bakit pinili mo yung social work? No? Just be honest, no? Be authentic enough. No? And lastly, no, gusto kong tandaan nyo guys na hindi naghanap ng yung interviewer natin or the agency itself, hindi naman yan naghahanap ng perfect applicant. No? Sometimes they're looking for someone who is competent, who is professional, who is ethical, and willing matuto. No? Kahit gaano ka kagaling, kung hindi ka teachable, no? Kung hindi ka marunong makisama, wala. No? Mahihirapan ka lang din. Yeah. Okay. So bago tayo tumuloy guys, no, type nyo nga sa chat ano ba yung tanong, no? I guess. So, what are those questions na feel na kapag tinanong sa inyo is kakabahan ka, no? Sige nga guys, send nyo yun sa chat box natin. Nakakapagod kumuha ng mga requirements. No, SSS, PhilHealth, Pag-ibig, NBI, Teen, Police Clearance. Wagas sa requirements pero 695 lang pasahod. No, minimum, di ba? But yeah, wala eh. Ito na yung buhay na dinasnan natin. But that doesn't mean na hindi ka pwedeng magpursige. No? So again, no, ngayon, alam na natin ano ba yung interview questions. Pag-usapan naman natin ano ba yung bagay na kadalasang hindi napapansin ng mga applicants, no? The interview etiquette, no? Those body languages, yung eye contact, and we have to make sure na we count the first impression, no? Ayan, interview etiquette. No? Ngayon alam na natin the interview questions. Gusto ko no ma-impart din sa inyo ano ba yung kadalasan nakakalimutan natin as etiquette, no? Communication or the communication that we have is not only about what you say, what you say, diba? How would we it's about also how would you say it, diba? Ito may why should we hire you? Ito daw yung mga questions na kabady sila. Your strengths na sa tingin mo ay makakatulong sa agency, no? And you should always anchor that with your life experiences, with your work experiences, no? Yan. Why should we hire you? And give relevant experiences that you have. O kahit fresh grad. Kaya nga, no? Kaya nga na-discuss natin in our early part of our webinar na you could draw on your internship, no, experiences, yung mga volunteer works na ginawa mo. Kaya kailangan guys, ngayon pa lang ini-immerse niyo na yung sarili niyo, no? So yan, no. So interview etiquette, titignan kung paano tayo umupo, paano tayo ngumiti, paano tayo makinig, no? So paano tayo magpakita ng respect. Minsan bago tayo magsalita, may first impression na yung interviewer natin. No? Unahin natin yung eye contact. No? Hindi ibig sabihin na titigan nyo ng walang kurap or tititigan nyo ng hindi kumukurap yung interviewer natin. No? Dapat natural eye contact lang. No? Kapag umiiwas tayo na tingin with the interview, minsan iniisip nila na wala tayong confidence or hindi tayo sigurado sa mga sinasabi natin. Smiling, ito pangalawa. Smile and listen carefully. Hindi kailangan guys no na buong interview nakangiti ka. I think that's kind of creepy. Medyo weird 'yon, pero mas maganda na you smile warm, genuine smile sa simula and yung pagtatapos ng interview, no. We have to make sure na yung interviewer natin would feel na we are approachable, we are confident, and we are comfortable na makipag-usap. No? Remember, social workers work with people. No? Kaya dapat we are warm. No? Ayan. Pangatlo, makinig. Answer confidently, avoid interrupting. Marami kasi sa atin na excited sumagot. No? Hindi pa tapos yung interviewer, nagsasalita ka na. Hintayin natin matapos yung tanong. No? Ayan. Pause before responding. Isa pang tip ito. Kapag natanong kayo, hindi kailangan sumagot agad. If you think na you have, ito may tanong. Sir, baka po may tips kayo during interview para hindi mo mental block. Ito, pause before answering. No? Take 3 seconds to 5 seconds, no, to think, na mag-isip, huminga, and then answer. No? You have to compose yourself kasi pausing doesn't mean na mahina ka, no? Or hindi mo alam yung sinasabi mo. It's more of napapakita mo na you are thoughtful enough to take pauses before ka magsalita, 'di ba? Mas maganda 'yon. Ano pa, no? Body languages, no? Subukan natin, halimbawa ikaw no nakaslouch ka, I have experienced ganito na I was an interviewer and then yung interviewee nakaslouch, no? Nakaganon siya, very comfortable position, no? Nakasimangot, nakayuko, hindi tumitingin. Meron din mahina ang boses. So I have to say na, okay, could you speak louder? Kasi hindi ko siya naririnig eh. Diba? So over someone who's relaxed, may eye contact, nakangiti, confident, but humble. Siyempre, even if parehas kayo ng qualification, dun sa mas comfortable, mas relaxed. Sir, sir, yung discrimination talaga, sir, religion, halimbawa kami Muslim, grabe, napakataray nila na para bang di kami tao. That's harsh, no? That's kind of bad, diba? But yeah, I guess, even if we impose our own values, no, sa ibang tao, kung talagang ganun yung ugali nila, no, hindi natin sila mababago, but we could adapt, no, we could, take it as something na, maybe if ganun na yung interviewer, it's not a good place to be. No? It's not something na ma-accept mo as a work culture. And I think that's a sign for you as well. Diba? Gets mo ako, Fahad? Sir Fahad, by the way. Ayan. And to end the interview, pagkatapos niya, no, kailangan magpasalamat ka. No? Thank the interviewer. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate the opportunity to be interviewed today. No? Napaka-simple pero professional. Ayan. So, actually, mas mahirap no kapag online. Feeling ko, kapag online interview, no? Kasi maraming dagok, no? Maraming possible na hindrances na maranasan kapag although it's more accessible. Pero, yun nga, kailangan may lighting ka, kailangan may camera ka, good background, di ba? Ayan, so tapos na tayo with etiquette. Pag-usapan naman natin ano ba dapat yung iwasan natin in interview. Ayan, unang-una ito, talking too much. Sa totoo lang naman, hindi naman kailangan maging perfect yung sagot natin sa interview. No? Kaya pakita natin kung ano ba yung madalas na mistakes. And ano ba yung madalas nating nakikita. No? So unang-una, like I said, talking too much. Yan. May mga applicants na kapag tinanong natin ng tell me about yourself, yung sagot nila umabot ng 10 minutes. No? So remember, answer the question. Minsan kasi yung mga interviewer natin, nagbibigay na time limit. Like you have to tell about yourself in 2 minutes, di ba? So dapat we make our time or we use our time wisely. No? Kasi feeling ko naman kung ako as an interviewer, kung may gusto ko kong i-clarify or itanong with the interviewee, I would ask that. No? So, kung ano lang tinatanong sa inyo, yun lang yung sagutin nyo. No? Ito, memorize answers. Minsan halatang-halata masyado na nagre-recite, no? Kaya dapat we have to understand kung nag-review man kayo ng guidelines, no? Make sure na you understand it and you understand to relate your experiences and you speak naturally. No? Ito, negative comments. Ito guys, no? Naku, never speak negatively about your previous supervisors, your professors, your employer, no? Halimbawa, napakabagal po kasi ng supervisor namin. O yun, example. Ang toxic po ng previous office ko. Wala po akong natutunan. No? Guys, no, even if it's true, avoid saying that in your interview. No? Even if yung interviewer mo would ask you questions like, bakit ka ba umalis with your previous job? You have to make sure na hindi mo sasabihin na toxic or pangit yung office before, no? Na pinanggalingan mo, no? It should always come from a strength. Like it always should come on your value, your awareness as a person na you think na you deserve with your experiences, with your trainings, with your education. It's time for you to step up to another game, to step up to another position, no? Ayan. Sir, paano po kung hindi namin masagot yung tanong nila in English language? Ano po yung appropriate way para sabihin sa kanila na baka pwedeng Tagalog kung pagsagot namin? Ako 'no, in my experience, wala naman, nakapagsabi na kailangan English yung interview. I think it's just more of we are expected to speak in English since yun nga, it's a universal language, no? Yung may mga dialects na hindi naiintindihan ng lahat. So they think na English would be more effective, no? But yeah, you could say your answers diretso naman na Tagalog, no? That's acceptable. For me ha, and from other agencies na napasukan ko, you could even say na may I speak in Tagalog, no, or Filipino, kasi if it's language na you're more comfortable with, I think hindi naman yung issue, no? Guys, no, it's important. It's not about the knowledge, or sorry, it's not about the language, but how would you express it? Paano mo mapagtatagpi-tagpi yung information sa utak mo in a way na naiintindihan siya, o madali siyang i-convey, no? Yun yung mas importante. It's not even the language. Ayan. So, isa talaga na nakakawala ng gana mag-apply yung experience na yan. Kaya nag-apply para magka-experience. Yes, kaya kailangan you have to build yourself with your trainings, yung tips ko kanina, your trainings, your certification, yung volunteer work mo. Kasi you have to entice them na even if wala kang experience in the first place, kaya mo yung trabaho na pinapagawa nila or ipapagawa nila sa iyo. No? That's the struggle natin as someone na walang previous experience. You really have to sell yourself. Sell yourself professionally, ha? Sell your skills, sorry. Kahit pala professional, parang it sounds wrong. No? Sell your skills, your experiences, no? Yun. It's important. Ayan. Pang-apat, lack of preparation. Nasabi naman natin na kailangan mag-review kayo, i-review your organization, i-review yung vision, mission, goals, anong programa, no? Kasi ito guys, no, when you apply in a position and then sinabi mo na like the interviewer is asking you what do you know about the program and sinabi mo na, sir, honestly, wala po akong alam, no? It's not a good impression. No? Actually, 5 to 10 minutes of research can make a huge difference. Hindi naman required na mabasa mo lahat, ma-memorize mo lahat. You just have to know the program well, no? In your own pace, kumbaga. And lastly, poor body language, no? Yung nasabi natin kanina, yung fidgeting, looking at your phone, crossing arms, yung pagyayon, no? Kasi yawning means you're bored, no? It might distract your interviewer. Yan. And guys, no, don't be afraid. Ito, I've met someone na this person was interviewed and afterwards she was crying because she feels na hindi niya makukuha yung position. And I said to her na you have to treat every interview as practice. No? Kahit hindi tayo natanggap, may natututunan tayo with that interview. And the more interviews you attend, the more confident you become. No? Yun yung magandang concept na gusto ko maiwan sa inyo with this interview mistakes. No? And dahil social workers tayo, hindi lang generic interview questions yung dapat natin paghandaan. You have to understand how to answer social work specific interview questions. Yan. No? Ngayon, ibahagi natin as a social worker, syempre most of you, social work profession ang ina-apply nyo. No? So, hindi naman natin need kabisatuhin yung libro. Gusto lang natin makita kung paano tayo mag-isip, no, as a social worker. No, unang-una, ethical dilemma. Ito, itatanong sa inyo, what will you do if your client wishes conflict or if the client's wishes conflict with agency policies. That's ethical dilemma, no? Anong isasagot natin diyan? Kailangan timbangin natin yung karapatan ng client natin, yung ethics and the agency's policies, no? Your interviewer wants to see if you could think critically. And difficult clients. Common question natin, guys, no? Remember, no, how would you handle an angry client, no? Huwag natin sabihin na papatahimikin ko sila, no? Instead, no, explain your process, no, like remaining calm, validating the concern, no? Listening attentively to acknowledge yung emotions na pinapakita niya, maintaining safety and assess the concerns ng kliyente natin, no? Kasi nga galit siya, 'di ba? And remember, people often calm when they feel heard. Isa lang 'yun sa way to answer handling difficult clients. Next naman, confidentiality. Ito, when can confidentiality be broken? Isa yun sa tanong. No? Pupasok dyan yung code of ethics natin. Confidentiality is important pero may mga exemptions yan. No? If the client is in immediate danger or other people, no, kapag required yan by law and kapag may reports, no, hindi absolute ang confidentiality. Next naman, case documentation. Ito, guys, lalo na in DSWD, ito laging tinatanong, why is documentation important? So gaano kahalaga ang feedback reports, ang M&E, yung maintaining data, documenting. Simple lang naman yung sagot dito. Documentation protects the client kasi nga may paper trail, may trace tayo, no? Well documented. Documentation protects the agency, no? Kasi nga kapag nagkaroon ng problema, you could present something. No, documentation also protects the social worker, and syempre ang documentation would lead to further researches, further reviews ng mga programs. Lagi natin sinasabi, if it's not documented, hindi siya nangyari. Kaya mahalaga na objective tayo, we are timely in documenting and we ensure accuracy. Sir, lahat ba ng work na pag-applyan ay may formal interviewing ba? Yes, no? As someone na hindi nepo baby, ayun, kung nepo baby ka, no, Rasmia, kung nepo baby ka, probably wala ka ng interview na may experience. Pero yeah, kung ikaw ay isa lamang payak, no, member of society, sigurado dadaan ka sa formal interview. No? Ayan, next, self-care. No? How do you manage stress? No? Hindi ibig sabihin mahina ka. No? Tatanungin tayo, how would you handle stress, burnout? No? You just have to explain na you take a rest, no? Natutulog ka, no? You take care of yourself because you have to understand na kapag ubos ka, hindi ka makakatulong. Yan. Professional boundaries. Would you accept a friend request from a client from Facebook? No? So, ito, no, kailangan malinaw yung boundaries natin with professional and self, no? Because boundaries protect the client and the social worker. Yan. So next natin, no, ayan, na-imagine na natin, no. Imagine nyo guys, which will happen, no. Ganda ng process na ginagawa natin. No, natanggap ka na. No, natanggap ka na sa inyong first job. Congratulations, no. Palakpakan ka na. New hire, no? Ano bang aasahan natin in your first day? First job, embrace the learning curve. Ito mahalaga, no? Tanggap ka na, may license ka na, may trabaho ka na, excited, no? Sigurado excited ka, pero may kasama rin yung kaba, no? Gusto kong sabihin sa iyo na ngayon pa lang, ito, highlight this guys, you are not expected to know everything on your first day. Ako, as a supervisor, I always say na the staff has at least 2 months, no, to learn the job properly. No, there's a learning curve, no? Kasi isa to sa pinakamalaking misconception natin as social workers, no? Dapat alam mo na dahil may license ka, no? Hindi guys, no? Yung license natin just proves na we are competent minimum, no? Because real mastery comes from experience. Expect to learn daily, no? Everybody was once a beginner. Tignan natin lahat ng senior social workers na kilala natin, lahat yan naging beginner, lahat yan naka-experience ng first interview, lahat yan nag-home visit, no? And natuto sila. So, ask questions, o hindi, or wag dapat tayong matakot magtanong, no? Ang pagtatanong hindi yan sign ng weakness, it's a sign of professionalism. Mas mabuting magtanong tayo kaysa magkamali, no? Seek supervision, ito mahalaga din. Bilang isang beginning social worker, napakahalaga ng supervisor natin and gamitin natin sila ng maayos, no? Humingi tayo ng guidance, humingi tayo ng feedback, humingi tayo ng advice. Kasi hindi sila nariyan para i-judge tayo, nandiyan sila to help you out. Accept feedback, guys, ito, no? Minsan may mga times na ibabalik yung report natin. Lagi ko to na-experience, no? Ibabalik yung report mo, may correction, may revisions. With that, always remember na wag nating personalin, no? It's not about us, no? Feedback is not rejection, feedback is growth. Kaya dapat we embrace constructive criticism. No? Take initiative. Ito, panghuli, kapag may pagkakataon na matuto, to volunteer, kapag may training, sumali tayo, kapag may bagong assignment, subukan natin, and we should not be afraid to go outside ng ating comfort zone. Ito, sir, what if may itanong nila, may experience ka na ba sa paggawa ng case study or may nagawa ka na ba? Pwede bang sabihin, oo, during sa practicum? Yes, of course. No? Ano yan? Valid. No? And actually, no, yung ating mga interviewer will understand naman. No? Kasi nga, they have a copy of your PDS and they have the knowledge na wala kang experience in the first place. That's why hindi ka naman nila gigisain. No? Kasi alam naman nila na wala kang experience. Why would they ask questions expected sa isang seasoned na social worker, di ba? Ayan. So ngayon, no, alam na natin kung paano makahanap ng trabaho, nakapasok ka na sa trabaho, alam mo na kung anong aasahan mo on your first day. Yung next na tanong natin, ano naman yung inaasahan sa atin, no? Bilang isang professional sa workplace. Pag-uusapan natin workplace expectations and professional ethics. Ayan, workplace expectations natin, no? Ayan. Ngayon, natanggap na tayo, may challenges na-experience tayo, no? Hindi na tayo applicant, hindi na rin tayo intern, isa na tayong professional social worker. And gusto ko sabihin sa inyo na yung isang bagay na yan is laging, we should always remember na yung pagiging hired, it's just only the beginning. Yung challenge sa atin is paano tayo magtatagal, di ba? Kasi mahirap naman na every 2 months, every 3 months, nagpapalit ka ng work, no? Hindi rin yun maganda na makita ng employer na nagja-job hop ka. No? So, ang challenge sa inyo, yes, natanggap ka na, but how would you stay? How would you make sure na your experience will become memorable, no? So, since bagong araw sa office, maraming bagong tao, bagong supervisor, bagong system, bagong policies. Normal lang guys na ma-overwhelm tayo, no? But ito, no, ito yung dapat natin tandaan. Yan, punctuality, kailangan hindi tayo palaging late, no? Kasi kapag palaging late, ibig sabihin hindi ka reliable, no? And since we are paid, no, you have to make sure na we come on time. Yan. Professionalism, syempre, we have to uphold the dignity and profession in every interaction. Communication, yan, being respectful, documentation, yan, being recording, no, protecting clients' documents, and to ensure accountability. No? Actually, accountability, kapag nagkamali tayo, dapat tanggapin natin. No? Hindi natin kailangang humanap ng sisi. No? Sa tunay na professional, or ang tunay na professional, nakakapagsabi na, okay sir, nagkamali po ako, itatama ko po. No? So yun. Teamwork, yan, isa rin yan. No? Since we are coordinating with different professionals, no, kailangan may teamwork tayo. And professional ethics naman in social work, we have to understand, no, na kapag narinig natin yung ethics, madalas we associate this with our code of ethics in social work. Tama naman yun. Pero expanding that, No? We have to explain these concepts. No? Ayan, napag-usapan na natin. In Code of Ethics, nandiyan yung confidentiality. No? Parang review na rin to guys sa mga ano dyan, no? Nagre-review for social work. Ayan, confidentiality, no? Minsan exciting magkwento ng experiences natin with our clients. Pero tandaan natin na hawak natin yung buhay ng tao, no? So kailangan we don't discuss clients' information in public places. No, boundaries naman, ayan, wag nating hayaan na ma-attach tayo sa mga clients natin in a way na they give gifts to us, i-add tayo sa Facebook, no? Kukunin yung personal number mo to do things outside ng client-worker relationship. No? So, kailangan protektahan natin yung boundaries natin. Yan, integrity and respect. No? For integrity, we have to do the right thing even if no one is watching. Respect, syempre bilang social workers, nakaharap tayo sa iba't ibang tao, mayaman, mahirap, bata, matanda. No? Hindi natin dapat pinipili kung sino yung re-respetuhin natin kasi lahat deserves dignity. No? And competence, service, no? Dapat meron din tayong competence to know na we have to learn pa. We have things to understand, things to hone, no? Ayan. So, syempre, yun nga, if ever man na may challenges, pag-usapan natin ano ba yung usually na dapat natin i-prepare, no? Since demanding yung trabaho natin, 'di ba? As social workers, we are not superheroes. Hindi natin kayang iligtas lahat. And that's okay, no? Kasi ito minsan yung mahirap tanggapin sa profession natin. Because we care deeply kapag may mga batang inaabuso, kapag may pamilyang walang makain, ako personally, ano ako doon, no? Mahina ako sa mga ganung bagay, no? Kapag may survivor na violence, natural lang naman na maapektuhan tayo. Pero we have to make sure na inaalagaan natin yung sarili natin. Kapag heavy na yung workload and pressured na tayo, we should communicate that with our supervisor, no? Na kailangan natin ng time, no? We should prioritize kung ano muna yung importanteng task, no? Ayan, burnout and compassion fatigue. Ano ba yung burnout? Hindi lang yan simpleng pagod. Burnout is physical, it's emotional, mental exhaustion dahil sa prolonged stress. Kapag napapansin nyo na nawawalan na kayo ng motivation, madali na kayong mainis, no? Irritable ka na. So kapag irritable ka, masisigawan mo yung client, no? Kapag wala kang tulog, ganyan. It's something na kailangan aware tayo, no? Parang may pinagdadaan si Fa. Actually. Okay. Yan. No? Compassion fatigue. Ito, bilang social workers, nararanasan natin yan. No? Kapag araw-araw exposed tayo with trauma, exposed tayo with abuse, no crisis, unti-unti tayo naapektuhan. But it's not weakness. No? Normal lang ito as a occupational hazard in our helping profession. Na difficult clients ito, no, kailangan matuto tayo how to de-escalate. No, minsan masisigawan tayo ng client due to their own problems, 'di ba? No. Yan office politics, ito hindi na mawawala. No. Office politics yung katoxican ng workplace, no. So kailangan clock in and out na lang tayo siguro, no. And then bonus na lang if you find friends sa loob ng office. Yan. Your path to success, ito, ano yung ways natin on how to be successful in as a social worker, 'di ba? Number one, be teachable. No? Na-mention natin kanina na kailangan open tayo for learning, kailangan tanggap natin na may mga bagay na hindi pa tayo alam, kailangan tanggap natin na may mga bagay na nagbabago sa proseso ng trabaho natin. So kailangan accepting tayo sa ganong klaseng changes. Reliable and punctual, no? Keep learning and take care of yourself. You cannot put on an empty cup, no? Sabi nga nila, 'di ba? Yan. So before we move forward, ito, no? Ayan, check ko lang yung ating chat box dito. Burnout lang sa review, nakakapagod na wala pa tayong bebetang. Ano da? Focus ka muna sa iyong review, no? But yeah, let's have our lucky spin. Ayan. We have two winners, no? Yan. Yun ako ang lucky winner ng 50,000 pesos. Yan. Mabel Naga, congratulations. No, mag-chat ka sa ating Facebook page to claim your prize. And lastly, yeah, Santalia M. Dima Olay. Congratulations. Please chat our Facebook page to claim your prize. Yan. So tapos na tayo guys no with everything to prepare, saan maghanap ng work, ano yung mga pwede natin ma-experience, no, paano natin to gagampanan, no. Doon na tayo sa professional growth. Yan. Learning never stops. I know guys no, you are still studying ngayon, no, nag-aaral pa kayo and you're preparing yourself, no. But you have to understand na hindi natatapos ang pag-aaral pagkatapos ng graduation. No? Actually, nagsisimula pa lang yan. No? Because every client is teaching us no, on how to eh, learning. No? It makes us learn more about yourself. No? So yon. Graduate studies, kung masipag kayong mag-aral talaga, no? But if I may suggest, no, mag-field muna kayo, no? Mag-aral muna tayo sa field, get some experiences before we um, study no on graduate school. Pero ikaw kung trip mo yan, go. Oh, wala namang pumipigil sa iyo, di ba? Okay. Yan, trainings and CPD, since we are required to have CPD units in social work, isa tayo sa pinakamataas ang requirement. No? Kaya kailangan may CPD tayo. There are free trainings naman that you could avail and yung mga ibang trainings naman is affordable. No, ano ba yung mga trainings na yan? Mental health, case management, yan, child protection, yung GAD, no? Yan. Research, syempre, no? We have to contribute into the field. Maganda na meron tayong research sa ating department and then we could use this research to enhance the policy. No? And also, professional organization. Yan, mag-join tayo ng organizations in social work, in networking, and also in Facebook. Yan. Ito guys na maganda. Your career roadmap. Yan. Tignan natin, no? This is, ano lang, parang standard pero it's not the, ano, what do you call it? It's not something na fix na dapat ganito yung pagdaanan natin. No? So ikaw, gusto ko itang tanungin, saan mo nakikita yung sarili mo 5 years from now? Ito, ginawa ko to as sample. No? Anong klaseng social worker yung gusto mong maging? No? Kapag malinaw yung direction natin, mas madali tayong nakakagawa ng tamang desisyon. No? Number one, yung year one mo, sa unang taon ng iyong career, yung focus natin is hindi promotion. No? Hindi natin gusto na ma-promote tayo after 2 months, after 3 months, di ba? Yung focus natin on the first year is learning. We have to learn the system. We have to learn from our supervisor. We have to learn from our mistakes. And we have to build our professional reputation. No? Yung first year natin should be on your foundation as a social worker. Yan. So after year 1, year 2, and then year 3 ka na, no? By your third year, mas marami ka na experience. Dito, maaring simulan yung specialization mo. Kung gusto mo ng medical social work, if you want to focus on community development, if you want to have research, leadership, yan. Unti-unti na nating makikita yung opportunities and additional responsibilities din, no? I guess. Ayan. That's for year 3. Next naman, year 4, and then year 5. On your 5th year, maaring ready ka na to supervise yung ibang social workers, maging lead, no? And maging leader ng isang program. No? Tandaan natin guys, leadership is not about the position, it's about your influence, and maaari kang maging leader kahit wala kang supervisory title. Ayan. 3 years from now, I see myself as MS ng munisipyo namin. That's great, di ba? Manifest natin yan. And then, after a few years, yung year 10 mo, no, hopefully, no, we are writing policies na. Kasi it's very rich na yung ating experiences. We are teaching in universities. Nagpaplano na tayo ng programs We are mentoring future social workers, no? So yan naman is hindi ideal, no? We should not compare our timeline with this timeline and yung ibang timeline ng ibang tao. Kasi yung iba mabilis ma-promote, yung iba medyo stagnant, yung iba mas mabagal. Yung mahalaga is patuloy tayong umuunlad. No? Success is not a race, it is a journey. And habang lumalago yung career natin, guys, may isang bagay tayong dapat patuloy na binubuo, no? Which is our portfolio. No? Kapag naririnig natin yung portfolio, iniisip natin yung portfolio ng mga architects, di ba? Mga graphic designers. Pero tayo as social workers, we should also have our portfolio. Bakit? Kasi dito natin makikita saan na tayo, ano yung mga professional growth natin. No? Certificates and awards, so i-compile natin our trainings, our seminars, awards, recognitions, yung mga licenses, board rating na nakuha natin. Ang goal naman natin hindi pagyabang, no? Ang goal natin para madali or mapadali nating maipakita yung qualifications natin for our next opportunity. Yan. Forensic social worker soon, no? Aja. 5 years from now, isa na rin akong coach, gagaya ni Sir na, yung manifesting. No? Ayan, projects and research, ito, no? Yung mga programs and projects na naging bahagi kayo, it's important, no? Kailangan i-document natin yan. And volunteer work as well, publications. For volunteer work, mahalaga ito, no? Kasi maraming employers tumitingin dyan. Pinapakita natin na we are ready to work without pay or kaya natin mag-work not motivated by money. It's volunteer work. Ayan. Words to remember, guys, no? Gusto kong magbahagi ng message sa inyo na I hope, no, madala nyo sa inyong career. Ayan. Basahin natin na sabay kung ano yung naka-quote on screen na your license opens the door, but your competence, character, and commitment will determine how far you go. How far you go. Sabi ni Moana. Napakagandang message ito, guys, no? Kasi tayo, no, kapag pumasa tayo sa board exam, magbubukas yung maraming opportunities sa atin. Pero, yung magpapanatili sa'yo sa profession is hindi yung license mo. It's your competence, your character, and yung commitment mo in your service. So gusto kong magtanong din, no, kapag nakilala kayo ng inyong magiging clients and colleagues, ano ba yung gusto nating maalala nila sa'yo? Ano ba yung kwento? No, yung kwento mo na gustong maalala sa'yo ng mga clients mo. No, mahusay ka ba? Mabait ka ba? Maaasahan ka ba? No? And ito yung tanong na hindi natin kailangan sagutin sa chat, no? So, ito yung tanong na gusto ko dalhin nyo habang binubuo nyo yung mga career nyo. So bago tayo magtapos, no, balikan natin ano ba yung pinakamahalagang aral ng webinar na ito, no? Napakabilis ng oras, 'di ba? Sa loob ng halos 2 hours, napakarami nating napag-usapan. Ito yung 5 bagay na napag-aralan natin. First, prepare before applying. Huwag tayong magmadali sa application. Research the organization, understand the position, and prepare your documents. Now, next naman, build your strong resume or PDS. Make your resume professional, make it relevant, make it error-free, and it has to tailor so dun sa application na or position na ina-apply mo. Now, practice interviewing. Confidence does not come from luck. Kailangan mag-practice tayo, no? Practice your answers, reflect your experiences, and always be authentic. And fourth naman, be workplace ready. No? Professionalism starts on your first day. It starts even before your interview. No? We have to be punctual. Kailangan respetuhin nyo yung mga co-workers nyo, yung clients nyo. You have to communicate professionally and you continue learning. And last but definitely the least, never stop learning. No? The best social workers are lifelong learners. Kung may bibigay man akong advice sa inyong lahat, no, ito yon. Do not chase positions, chase competence, no? Kapag naging competent tayo, mas maraming opportunities yung darating sa atin. Ayan. And bago tayo maghiwa-hiwalay, I have a last message for everyone. Yan, thank you. Yan. Maraming salamat sa inyong pakikinig, pakikibahagi and pagbibigay ng oras ngayong araw na 'to. And bago tayo tuluyang magtapos, gusto kong iwan yung message na ito, no? Your journey as a social worker does not begin when you get hired. It begins the moment you decide to serve others with competence, compassion, and integrity. Guys, no, I want to emphasize this na hindi magiging madali yung profession natin. No? Makakaharap ka ng case, clients na magpapaiyak sa'yo, no? Or siguro hahamakin yung pananaw mo sa buhay. No? May mga pagkakataong mapapagod kayo. No? May mga araw na iisipin nyo na sapat pa ba yung ginagawa mo? Kasi parang you feel na kahit anong gawin mo, kulang pa din. Pero guys, tandaan nyo na sa bawat batang tinutulungan nyo, sa bawat pamilyang nabibigyan nyo ng pag-asa, sa bawat taong nakakaramdam na hindi sila nag-iisa, you're part of it. No? Naging bahagi kayo sa pagbabago. No? And yun guys, yung tunay na halaga ng pagiging social worker. No? So, heart tayo dyan. No? And yung final challenge ko sa inyo, no, pagkatapos ng webinar na ito, wag nating hayaan na manatiling inspiration lang yung mga natutunan nyo. No? You have to take action. Ayusin nyo na yung resume nyo, ayusin nyo na yung PDS nyo, no? Go back to this video, and gumawa kayo ng LinkedIn profile, ayusin nyo yung mga certificates nyo, simulan nyo na yung portfolio, no? Maghanap na kayo ng trainings ngayon pa lang, and mag-apply kapag handa na. No? And remember, preparation today creates opportunities tomorrow. Yan. And guys, no, congratulations in advance sa inyong board examination. Palakpakan naman natin ng lahat. Very good. No, congratulations in advance sa inyong first job. And congratulations in advance sa magiging impact nyo sa buhay ng maraming Pilipino. I look forward, guys, to the day na hindi na tayo magkikita bilang isang lecturer and participants. Kundi makikita ko na kayo, no, bilang registered social worker na may iisang layunin, maglingkod, and ng may puso, professionalism, and integrity. Guys, maraming salamat, no, sa lahat ng ating watchers, sa ating mga manonood from Facebook, no, nakikita ko yung mga messages nyo, no, may umiiyak na dito, di ba? Very heartwarming. I hope, no, marami kayong natutunan for today's webinar, no. Ang dami nating pinag-aralan, no. Napaka-compact ng discussion natin, and I want you to leave, or I want to leave something to you, no, na as you watch this. Sana marami kayong natutunan, and I hope na you'll use that as you go along your way and as you prepare yourself to become a full-fledged social worker. Maraming salamat, everyone. Yan. God bless you all, and I hope to see you in the profession. Kapag nakita nyo ako, say hi to me, and then magchikahan tayo. Sige guys, yun lamang. Have a great night. And I hope to see you again sa ating upcoming videos to. Abangan nyo yan sa ating mga social media platforms. Please, like and follow us on Facebook. Now, we have also TikTok account. And we have also YouTube channel kung gusto nyo ng matuto ng free, no? We have tips and tricks. May mga free videos tayo for you to prepare yourself. And meron din tayong mga exclusive videos that is more tailored to discuss specific social work subjects. Ayan. Reading this message, thank you, sir, for not hesitating to share your knowledge with us. We truly appreciate your willingness to teach and guide us. Your lessons have been great help to us as a future social workers. Thank you for your time, patience, and dedication. God bless you po. Ayan. Thank you po. Yan. Pagpalain ka ng gana. Thank you so much din po, guys. No? Again, good night. Good luck sa inyong journey, and see you again sa ating next video. Bye for now. Heart. Love, love, love.